ArchieLuxury jumps on a Boeing jet, leaves behind a family, no regrets. He's got a birthday, I'm your old Shanghai. Eyes are on Mrs. Lai, the reason why. While in Brisbane, the tears roll strong. Chinese whispers called him to Hong Kong. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave behind the begging for the Luxury show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Archie's chasing dreams in the mystic land. Mrs. Lai brings coffee to his hand. Family's calls echo on the phone. He's miles away, lost, but he's not alone. In old Shenzhen's glow, he likes to stray. With Mrs. Lai, they bonk till the light of day. Pack up your bags and off you go. He's not showing up to New York, what show? Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Though the tears roll down in Brisbane town, Archie's 3-inch dick flops all around. Celebrations in the neon night, forgetting home, he's chasing new Asian delight. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave the begging for the beach ball show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Weeks later, Archie leaves his playground, comes back home, he's Brisbane bound. Comes up with stories that he's going bust, has to fool the punters to gain their trust. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave the begging for the beach ball show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Archie spent the punter's money, he's in a fix. Spins a story that he can't eat bricks. All the lonely simps believe his scam. Grab all their cash, shove it in his hand. Pack up your bags and off you go. He didn't bother with the New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Comes on streams, he cries poor again. His mate Tan gives him $5 grand, maybe 10. Archie thinks he's a big swing dick, cause the punters fall for his gypsy shtick. Pack up your bags and off you go. Didn't bother with the New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore.
Hey guys, how are you? I'm getting ready to go home. That's right, guys. Getting ready to go home. Home. Having a breakfast. A little bit of breakfast. Having a cup of coffee. How are you people? How are you people today? Nark gets the ass for being a jerk. We got 2 super sets in. 5 cents. JD. 100 ass. Narky Leaks brings in the viewers and the big bucks besides being fair and balanced. Bending him is a big no-no business-wise. Don't do it, big boy. And we got JD again, 100 ass. If Nark is really bended, then a particular deviant from northern Germany will be releasing fireworks, drinking schnapps, eating some tasteless food, and needless to say, some goose stepping. Thank you, JD. That's the JD with the mostest. So, guys, what can I tell you today? What's new? What's happening? What has gone on? So, I'm getting ready to leave, and I've had a good tour, a really good tour. I'm completely brocus-pocus. Let me give you the drum. Completely broke as a yoke. Waiting for the Google money. I'm going to fix Eddie up and Yeah, I need some money to come in fast. Need some money to come in fast. The good news is that, however, I've had a really good trip. I must say, the start of the tour, I landed in Hong Kong, stayed at the Mirror, which was fucking expensive, but hey, you do these things. I had swimming. That's right, I went swimming. It was a really nice hotel. Beautiful hotel, actually. Beyond beautiful. It was a fantastic hotel. I went swimming, and then I went to Macau, which I got to tell you, I stayed at the Venetian. That was pretty damn incredible. The Venetian was absolutely incredible. It was a great adventure. It was a great adventure to stay at the Venetian. And then came back a couple of days in Shenzhen just to chill. Then I was off my way to Geneva. And I got to tell you, that first flight to Geneva was a fucking bitch. And I flew Finnair. They're kind of like, I thought they were premium, but they're really fucking stingy. They don't give you a pillow, just a blanket. And they gave me a fucking middle seat, which really sucked. And I tried to change it, but you had to pay to change it. It was just fucked. Then I landed in Helsinki. Yeah, where did I land? I landed Helsinki. Then it was a 3-hour flight to Geneva. And then that was the home stretch. Flying into Geneva was pretty damn amazing. The scenery and that there, it's pretty amazing. And I must say one thing, I had a really good hotel. I stayed at Citizen M, which is kind of a trendy hotel. It's really great location. It's kind of, I actually love it, the concept. It's made for a younger audience, but I don't know if they can fucking afford it. But Citizen M has hot water. It's got everything comfy without being super, posh, pretentious, without being pretentious. That's what it is, yeah. And it was absolutely fantastic. Right in the heart of Geneva. You could not have picked a better place. And I had a beautiful rooftop room. So I was on the top 6th floor, and it was built in, so it had, the slate, the curved ceiling, which, fuck, it was really nice. It just felt cozy, and it was warm. The beds were comfortable. I had a really fucking good time in Geneva. Absolutely incredible week there. Absolutely. That was absolutely amazing trip. And I got to tell you, just reminiscing on it now, it was just, it's kind of funny. You don't appreciate it. Looking back on it, it was pretty damn amazing. I really enjoyed myself there. Macau was fucking amazing. Macau was amazing. And I got to tell you, I met up with my friend Kessler. And he actually was a really good friend. I got to be totally honest with you. Really nice young guy. He's only 34. 34. And I had the time of my life with him. He was fucking, we suited and booted. We wore paddocks together. We wore paddocks. We did all the cool things. Suited and booted. We had some amazing times. And the camaraderie, the big thing about going to Geneva, it's not so much just going to Geneva, it's the friendships that we had there. They were fucking incredible. And I must admit, everyone was great. Jamie, Thomas Burnett, OC, this guy here, what's his name? What's his name? Fuck, what was his name? It'll come to me. Great guy, Jamaican. Absolutely legend. Little things. Went into a Rolex boutique against OC's wishes. They gave me chocolates. Look at this. Little chocolates. Chocolate. Really cool. That was really fucking cool. I tell you this now. That was really cool. Goldfinger. That's right. That was Goldfinger. Goldfinger. That's who it was. It was Goldfinger. Great guy. Absolutely great guy. And you know what? I had a great time with OC. OC, look, OC's, he's an interesting character. Interesting character. Very interesting character. Very, Roman Sheriff was there. Man, I had such a great time there. It wasn't so much the event as in the people that were there. And, oh man, it was fucking incredible. Absolutely incredible. And I got to tell you, when you go on these trips, it's incredible the people you see there. This guy here, this guy at the Rolex store, he was on the front door and he knew he'd seen my videos, which is so cool. Just got to play it cool. Very nice guy. This here was inside Citizen M. Look at that. Look at that. It's just beautiful, relaxed sort of hotel. Absolutely loved it. That was my 2 watches I took there. They played a big part. My world timer and my world timer, and also the beautiful the world timer and the beautiful Breguet. The Breguet. The Breguet cut a lot of. That was really cool to have the Breguet with me. So, you know, I got to tell you, the industry is changing. Of course, it's changing. It's an industry in change, and hey, that's the way it goes. It's a changing industry. It is changing. Let's have a look here. See, it was the camaraderie that. Look at this. Look at the pieces here. Look at them. We've got Jamie's World Time. Fuck, that's beautiful. That'd have to be one of the most beautiful pieces of art. The Palm Franz on Thomas. OC's 5396. Blue dial with diamonds. My World Time. And Goldfinger's Platinum Diamond Dial Daytona. What a look at this, the camaraderie. These guys can change the fucking world. They can achieve anything. Nothing is insurmountable with these guys. You know? That's the beautiful thing with it. We had some great food. Look, Thomas paid for this meal. I mean, Thomas, just a nice, really, really nice dude. Lovely guy. How could you not love Thomas? And Thomas has decided he's going to get rid of his Hulk. Hulk? Is it a Hulk or a Starbucks? Anyhow, I think it might be a Starbucks, or is it anyhow, it doesn't matter. He's getting rid of his Kermit. It's a Kermit. Getting rid of his Kermit to buy a Breguet 7147 like mine, except in white gold. And you know, I think that's just great. He's achieving his dreams. They were fantastic memories. You know, this is the whole thing here, is the memories were fantastic. That's the whole thing. Memories, fantastic. And you can't beat that stuff. You know, you really cannot beat that stuff. That's what you have to do, is just enjoy your time. And I got to tell you, the trip's coming to an end. Let's see, for me, I'm coming from the southern hemisphere, and it's a bit different for me. See, because for me, I have to see. This is what you got to realize, is coming from the southern hemisphere, I have to recuperate. See, I got to recuperate because it's very, how would you put it? I got to recuperate because the time zones are so different. You know what I mean? Time zones are so different. And you know, this is the whole thing. It is hard to the jet lag is pretty, you know, I'm not 25 anymore. I'm a 53, not so long to go, big boy. And you know, it is what it is. Let's keep having a look at some of these pics here. The camaraderie. I'm sad. Yeah, I am sad. It is good food. Look at this food. There's Jamie, Thomas. I mean, Geneva's got a complete different feel to it. It's a French speaking. It's very much like a more sanitized Paris, I think. Geneva's a great city, amazing city. Very clean, very it's gorgeous. I really enjoyed my time there. Cold as fuck. Yeah, cold as fuck. Beautiful city. What sort of photo is that in your avatar? What sort of...
Hey, Paul.
How are you?
I'm good. Listen, I've just been watching some of the YouTube shorts, and guess who popped up?
Who's that?
You popped up, Arch. And you popped up, and you were at Watchers and Wankers, and you were ranking
your avatar. That's a horrible avatar.
Why? It's you. Oh, all right, I'll change it. All right.
It's just. I'm trying to be
Sorry.
more
There we go. Is that better?
friendly. That's much better. I like that. I can live with that.
So Paul, yeah, and you were there, and you had to rank 5 watches, and it was a Patek, Tiffany Patek, Rainbow
Yeah, I remember
Daytona.
that. That's right.
Yeah,
That's
Arch.
he's a cool guy. You know, he's got a really hot mum. That guy.
What, like Eddie's mum?
No, like supermodel hot.
Oh shit. Okay. But anyway, we're not talking about mums here, Archie. And somebody put in the comments, the man with the glasses knows what he's talking about. I nearly replied saying, "You fucking moron! The man with the glasses, that's Paul Pluter, ArchieLuxury, Archibald Chesterfield III. He invented the whist watch check. They called you some guy with glasses."
At least they didn't say the fat middle-aged guy with glasses.
No, you're not fat, Arch. You're big boned. You're big boned. And I've got to say, you were looking quite handsome in that YouTube video that I saw, Arch. I've got to be honest.
Yeah. You can take good shots and bad shots. It's all about the angle.
You looked quite handsome. I thought, wow, my Pontiff's looking nice today. But it must be your setup at home, because I've got to be honest, your setup at home does no favours for you, Paul.
Thank you. Thank you. Holy shite, look at this here. We got a super chat's just come in. Spring in Fialta, $100. $100. Great Geneva Gonzo reporting. Archie.
Arch, when are you gonna give Nark keys again? Because he's crucial to the show.
He's got to behave a bit, man. He can't bite. You know, Nark is a double-edged sword. Like he is good for the show, but he kills panelists. You see?
No, he doesn't. Archie, he doesn't. You don't understand this. He is a critical member of staff for the Archie show. I mean, at the moment, Eddie, you know, he's stealing all your super chats. You need Nark back. You need to give him the keys back. Okay, how much do I have to pay you to get him keys? Just be honest.
No, it's just that he runs off. Look, the problem with Nark is he was having a go at Eddie's mum.
Yeah.
He's having a go at Mike's
She's good looking. She's good looking.
He's having a go at my family. You know what? He's a cunt. Sometimes
he's not.
Leadership is when you make an unpopular decision for the good of the Archie-verse. And the reality is he's poison. He's toxic poison. He killed Kay. Kay's never coming back.
Yeah.
I got to pick my panelists. I need panelists. He's poison. He kills he is Roundup. You know that stuff you spray on weeds? He is Roundup.
Yeah, he gets rid of the weeds. He gets rid of Kay.
Well, I wanted her, you know?
Okay.
The whole thing is I wanted that content. I needed that content.
Arch, you need Nark back. He is crucial to the stream.
I don't agree. The decision's been made. He
Paul,
can come back. He's welcome on. I never said he's not allowed on. Why does he need keys for?
He needs keys. Well, Paul, maybe we're going to have to agree to disagree on this one, Archibald. And it pains me to say that. Yeah. We need the Nark back. Fuckface.
Have you been to Geneva, by the way?
No, I'm going to Jamaica with Watch Nick in 3 weeks' time. The Jamaica trip is on.
Fingers in Jamaica.
Pardon? What did you say, Paul?
I tell you what, I won't be doing any more trips. Hey, look at these guys here. James, I won't be doing any more trips soon. It's so expensive.
Who's the guy in the orange? Is that
I love the travel. Geneva was amazing.
Who's the guy in the orange?
That's Thomas Burnett.
Ah, is that the guy that went, call Curly, Curly, I'm going to call you?
No.
No? Okay.
Jamie, OC, Goldfinger. You don't know Goldfinger? He's in Jamaica. Why don't you reach out to him? He's a great guy.
So no. Well, I keep it civilized. Arch. I'm not doing that. I couldn't care. He could have whatever. I'm not speaking to him. This is family time, Arch. But listen. So let me ask you a question, Paul. So you're back in bed with OC now, are you? Just be honest.
Well, he doesn't come on my show. I don't hate the guy.
He doesn't come on your show,
He's okay.
but no. But he's over in Watches and Wankers taking pictures with the Don, being you. He's riding your coattails, Arch.
I don't care. You know what? How much life is there left in the old boy? You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
How old are you, Arch?
Have a look at some of these pictures. Look at Geneva. Isn't that beautiful? Look at this.
Yeah, but Arch, when I went, I didn't change my shirt a lot because I didn't sweat as much, so I was wearing the same shirt. It's because it's wet and cold.
That's Lake Geneva. Look at this. That's a fan who came up to me and said, "Hey, Arch." He's from New Zealand, that guy. There's some Cartier ring. That's Cartier. Bellboy at the front.
Yeah, Arch, we need to get. This is lovely, Arch, but we need to get Nark keys. How are we going to do it? How much do I need to pay to get him keys?
What chronograph do you prefer here? Tell me which chronograph.
Probably the one that Nark would pick.
Look at that. That's a Rolex. That's Dodgers.
The one on the right, Arch, is fucking garbage. Get rid of it.
Why do you say it's garbage? How do you know it's garbage? Why would you say that? That's
let me explain.
Cool.
Well, let me explain then, Paul. Okay, well, let me explain why it's garbage. So, number one, the Breguet's got about 3 fonts on the dial. It's too complicated. The outer bezel looks like somebody's just kind of stretched it out like a piece of dough on a rolling pin. It's got a leather strap. How am I supposed to do the dishes with a leather strap? The color of the gold is vile.
People do dishes.
No, wait. I'm not finished, Arch. Also, on top of that, you've got numbers and indices. It is vile. The date location is disgusting as well. Okay, I'm finished. Anything to say to that? Or?
It's such a beautiful watch. It's such a this is what got me into chronographs.
This is what got me out of chronographs. Look, Arch, even people in the chat are saying it's garbage. Can't you see this? Or are you getting paid to spruik Breguet like you were getting paid to spruik the IWC engineer? You were saying it was a great watch, then 2 weeks later you were saying it's shit. Is this the same situation, Arch?
It's such a beautiful look at this. It's got a turn. See,
you're not listening to me.
I love this watch. Anyhow, okay, don't like it. There's nothing I can argue with you. Well, you can't argue with fools. What about these two?
Why do you think I'm a fool, Arch? Is it why? You tell me. Is it because I'm friends with Palway?
What do you think of this here? Jamie's World Time. Come on, you must say that is fucking. That is surreal art.
Okay, Paul. Listen, I'll be honest. I can appreciate what the watch is, but it's not my it's not my style.
Okay, let's have a look at how the cities have changed. So we got Paris, Cairo, Moscow, Dubai. So this one, I've got Karachi. Where's Karachi? Where do you know where Karachi? It's got Karachi, Dhaka.
It's Karachi.
Now it's got Beijing. I've got Hong Kong. Okay, so that's one thing I prefer. Would you prefer Beijing or Hong Kong? I prefer fucking Hong Kong.
I prefer Beijing because I know what time it is in the Olympic City.
Auckland, Midway, Hawaii, Anchorage, Los Angeles, Denver, Mexico, New York.
Sarah Huckabee?
Now it's got La Paz, whereas I've got Caracas. Do you know where the fuck Carcass is? Where the fuck is Carcass?
Where are you looking, Arch? I think you're mispronouncing.
Okay, so I'm saying Carcass. Carcass here. What's that? Carcass.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Let's have a look. Where the fuck? So that just comparing the two world time dials here, right? Just comparing them. Carcass. Let's have a look. Where I don't even know where the fuck. I thought that is what vultures eat.
Arch,
Carcass. Don't they
I
eat
think it's
carcass?
Caracas. But
It's
how's it
capital
spelled
of
on the dial?
Venezuela. Oh, it's the capital of
You fucking
Venezuela.
bogan.
Caracas. How do you pronounce it?
Caracas or Caracas. I don't think it's Carcass. It's
Okay, Caracas.
yeah. That I've got to be honest.
Okay.
The picture quality on that is not good.
Yes, it is. You can see that. Okay, so that Caracas. So the other one.
Well, why are
I've
you
got
mispronunciating it then? If you can see it, Arxley stayed high.
Okay, I've got Caracas. The other one's got LA Paz. What the hell is that?
La Paz.
What is LA Paz?
For somebody that owns a world.
Paz.
Oh wait. Somebody that owns a world time. It's wasted on you because you don't even know the destination. You don't even know the destinations. Fuck me dead.
Bolivia. What is LA Paz so famous? The world's highest capital and a city that assaults the senses like nothing else.
Archie, did you go to school? Did you do geography? Be honest.
Bolivia. Okay, so we got.
Did you do geography?
Paz. Now he's then got after that.
Archie, are you even listening to what I'm saying? Are you even listening?
I just have a look here. Then I've got South Georgia.
He's not even engaging. I'm out.
He's got South Georgia. Yeah, fuck off then. HR, he's a bit of a cunt. Just comparing these dials here. So Carcass, I've got Caracas, and instead of he's got LA Paz. Okay. Then we got Buenos Aires on Jamie's there. Oh, I've got Rio. I'd rather have Rio. Didn't you know that song? Rio. I'd rather have Rio than Buenos Aires. South Georgia. What the fuck is S Georgia? What is it? South Georgia Island. Okay, what's so fucking good about that? It's in the South Atlantic Ocean. It's part of a British territory. Okay. So we both got that. And then I've got Azores. He's got Azores. London, Paris. Okay, then we go. So that's the difference. What do you reckon? See, I'd rather have Rio and Hong Kong. Rio de Janeiro. I'd rather have Rio than Bonaires. I'd rather have Rio, fuckers. So, yeah, that's what. Oh, he's got different time to me. Look at this. Look at this. Jamie had his set differently. Look at that. I didn't notice that. Look at that. Oh, no. No, they're set the same. Sorry, apologies. No, they are set the same. Pretty fucking sexy. What do you reckon of that, hey? Pretty fucking sexy. See, I'd rather have Hong Kong than Beijing. Okay. And I'd rather have Rio than LA Paz, don't you think? Oh, he's got Denver. I got lost. I got Denver. It's they reversed the order. Like he's got Paris on the outer ring. I've got it in the inner. So they've fucking moved that. I don't know. Anyhow, okay, there we go. We've done our bit of geography for the day. What else has he got here? Yeah, so I did a bit of supermarket food. Definitely supermarket food. Well, not 9/11, Carlina. Why don't you fuck off, you cunt? Fuck off. Fuck off. This is, I went to the supermarket food. This is supermarket, because I can't afford to go to the fucking FP Jean restaurant if I'm hungry. I mean, you understand that, don't you? I mean, that it's expensive. It's expensive. It's expensive, okay? I can't just go there for the sake of it. There was some lunch, pizza. Now this is, yeah, this was actually pretty fucking. This is one of the watches I absolutely love. The Vacheron Moon Phase, Vacheron Moon Phase Retrograde. Look at that. That's like the one I nearly bought from Dave, but you guys hosed me down. If I would have had support from you guys, I would have been a Vash man. I never got the support I needed. I never got the support I felt I needed. Oh, I got to send this link out. That's what I got to fucking do. No wonder it's quiet. I got to send this to fucking Marky Goldberg. That's who I need to send this fucking link to. Where is he? Let's have a look. Who is the good people? The people I love. Let's get them up. Where's the world's greatest dog trainer? Where the fuck is it gone? Mark. M-A. Let me find it. Where is he gone? There we go. Goldberg. I got to send that to the dog trainer. He needs a link. I need the dog trainer now. That's what I need. I need him now. I need him. Who else is good do I get? Tan, the man. I better send him a link because he needs to know I'm running business. Let's get Herman on. Let's see if we can have Herman bitching about something. I want to get Kessler on. What the? Well, it's fucking he's in Geneva for another week. That's a bit hard for him because the time zone. Why doesn't Lolex come on, man? I'd love to talk cars with him. Can I get JCB on? I miss him. He was a good guy. Would Jake the Yuppie come on? Let's have a look. Jamie Opulence. I love that guy. I'll send him. Oh, I'll send it to him. Who else is there? I'm just trying to have a look. Who else do I want to invite? Send an invite to. Red Shovel. I'd like to get him on. What's Red up to? He was looking really good. Red Shovel was looking. He's lost a lot of weight. I got HR joining again. Hey, HR.
Wait, Paul. You told me to fuck off a minute ago. I'm just playing catch up. Why'd you do that?
You're just being cunty. You're very cunty. Lux, I can see why Lux can't stand you.
No, me and Lux get on well. The amount of hours I come on, I'm in the chat. I'm on all the streams. I join in, and that's how you treat me.
I just can't stand your negativity. Just because it's not Rolex, you hate it. Have a look at this watch. Do you hate this?
No, it's a bit better. Arch, I'm waiting for the apology.
This is $100,000. Do you understand?
I'm waiting for the apology. I'm waiting for the apology.
Fucking apologies here.
Why? You told me to. What have I said wrong to you? I just gave my opinion on watches, and you told me to fuck off.
I think you're a bit of a cunt. You know that?
Well, I'm not the one telling you to fuck off.
If you're waiting for an apology, you're going to be waiting for a long time.
And wait, I came on and I applauded how well you did on ranking those 5 watches. And what do you say? Fuck off, HR, you cunt. What's that about, Paul?
It's a bit more to it than that.
Well, explain. What more? What? Explain.
I don't need to explain anything to you. If you don't like it, you can leave.
Is that how you treat all your punters? All the people that come on the panel?
I just coming to an end with you because everything is difficult. You're just so negative. I just can't stand the negativity anymore. I mean, I'm not a independent man, right? I don't like the independents are not what I'd buy, but I can look at a Moser or Lorient Ferrier and say, "Fuck, that's a nice watch."
So what? Because I don't like Breguet, your butt hurt. Is that it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you hit it on the head, fuckface.
I don't like Breguet. It's an awful brand, but that's my opinion. Listen, I've got respect for you. No. Listen, I've got enough respect for you to give you my honest opinion, and you tell me to fuck off, you cunt.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you honestly. You're a difficult punter.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I come on. I give you time. I give you juice.
Uzi's on here.
Fuck
Uzi.
Breguet. Fuck Breguet.
Yeah, fuck Breguet.
Fuck Breguet.
Hey, Uzi.
Archie, you're the biggest turncoat. What are you doing? I come on here. Uzi, you listen to this as well, brother. I come on here. I give my time. I give my humour. I give my dedication. And this is how this guy repays me. He tells me to fuck off, you cunt.
He wasn't listening to one word you were saying. It was like that Wayne's World movie. He's like Handsome Dan shooting fish into a barrel. He wasn't listening to one word you were saying.
He was ignoring me.
Yeah.
Arch, you need to sort that out. This is why Curly left. This is no. This is why Curly left. This is why Nark left. This is why Angelic left. This is why Lux doesn't want anything to do with you. This is why Eddie's making more money than you are. You need to sort it out. Your loyal punters are getting ostracized and alienated.
Yeah, you don't listen to us, Archie. You don't listen to a word we say.
And you got nothing to say. This is embarrassing, Arch. What have you got to say?
It's an intervention.
This is embarrassing, Arch. You are my role model. Why do you think I bought the Bluesy? Because of you, and this is how you treat me.
Thank you.
What do you mean, thank you?
That's more of it. That's more of him not listening. He's not listening to what fucking word you're saying.
This is atrocious. Have a nice day.
Yeah, I gotta go too. Yeah, see you later, fuckface Archie. Fuck you.
Have a nice day. Actually, like Marcellus says, have a shit day.
Just fucking abrasive cunts. Both of those guys are abrasive cunts. I mean, what do you want me to say? Abrasive fucking cunts. Look at this. These were good memories. Look at this. Me and Keslow walking to the Patek Museum. They were good. This is good fun. There we are at the Patek Museum entrance. Inside, we had a lot of fun. This is the LV premium event, and I decided to eat the pet food. Pet food? Caviar, tuna, all sorts of shit. It was, yeah, it was okay. The clown in the corner, just relaxing. I didn't know you could eat that base. That base was edible. Some great stories. Wine. Look at that. That's the napkins. They were actually cloth napkins, believe it or not. I'm going to keep those as souvenirs. I'll give them out as souvenirs. Souvenirs. As for you, JT, why don't you just fuck right off? What a cunt. JT, you've been a negative fucking cunt for a long time. Just nasty. JT, you're just a fucking vicious. You never super chat. Just a fucking vile cunt. As for HR, what a fucking negative, just a negative fucking cunt comes on. Just, he's always at you. You know, I just like panelists, the Goldbergs, the Kesslows, the Mike the Snake. That's what I want, is panelists I can run with. Send one to Rancher. Should I send one to Rancher? I think I sent one to Clivers already. Yes, I did. Sent already. Getting desperate for some decent panelists. What can I say? It's a difficult fucking world. There I am. Look at this. That's an interesting. This guy here was an Israeli guy. Watch collector. Really interesting conversation I had with him. We got some more super chats. I forgot we got super chats. Tap 1999, $2. Good to see you, Arch. I like you, but Nark is a star. Thank you, Tap. Tap, jump on. Let's discuss it. And we got Angelic Slayer, $3. Can we unban? Well, Nark. Okay, let's clarify. Nark's not banned. He just doesn't have keys. That's the difference. He's not banned. He can jump on anytime he wants. He's just being a bitch. That's what happens. What can you do? This is just the way life is sometimes, you know, Nark? He's toxic. Nark can be so fucking toxic at times. Yeah. It is what it is, you know. Nike Poo. Let's have a look here. That was the champagne at the LV event. LVMH owns a lot of champagne region. They own a lot of this shit. This was actually chocolate mousse with caviar, and that was lemon sherbet with caviar. Good fun. These were good times. So Angelic, Nark is unbanned. He's welcome on. We've got Dr. Bob's Nightmare, $2. The Nark is a withholding cunt, Archie. I know. He's can come on anytime. But I had enough of his bullshit. Yes, that's exactly it. Have a look at this. This is Geneva. Isn't it a beautiful city? What a beautiful city. Look at this city. This is a private VIP room. These are these little cars that are made. These are these cars that are very cute, how they do clocks and shit. This guy here has got a beautiful jaune. Look at that, a jaune. Absolutely. The jaunes are fucking surreal. Surreal. Hey, look at this. This was at the Bukhara VIP event. And look at that. That's the guy from Talking Hand. You know, the guy who does the voice, the famous voice. Mr. Morgan. And we were wearing breguets together. Yes, breguet bros. There we go. He's looking at my breguet. Breguet bros. Good fun event. These were good fun events. And a lot of fun. A lot of fun we had there. We had heaps of fun, I must say that. They were good events. Let's run a breguet commercial, hey? Let's get a breguet commercial up on the screen. Let's go. There we go. How's that for a breguet moment, hey? Wonderful. Singapore. Absolutely love Singapore. Let's get some more interesting goss happening. What's happening here? You know, these shows, we need some good panelist helps. Good panelist help. And HR can just, he's difficult at times. He's kind of prickly. I love Rolex. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I don't love Rolex, but it's so fucking boring just to be continually Rolex. I want something with some passion, you know? I mean, how can you fucking say it's garbage, the breguet tote? I mean, seriously, it's a beautiful flyback chronograph, Lemania movement. Incredible piece. And to criticize things like that is just fucking nasty. I just fucking can't, I just don't have the tolerance. I don't have the tolerance for these fuckwits anymore. I don't have tolerance for fuckwits like I used to. That's the problem. And, I like to be more positive. I don't want to just be negative, fucking slamming this, slamming that. Oh, this is shit. This is garbage. I want to be more positive. That's what I do want to do. So these guys, fucking hard at times. Really fucking hard. And just difficult. They are just fucking difficult. And, the thing is this, guys, it's a tricky thing. I like to try and present an honest front and add some variety without going completely into the independent streams there. I like to provide solutions how you can build a quality collection build a quality collection without paying fucking retail. I like to get the secrets. It's kind of like a shift, you know, it's a hack. It's a hack. That's what I like to present to the audience there. And it's not always easy. It's not always easy, that's for sure. And this is the reality of life. It's not always fucking easy. Look at that. The Breguet's beautiful piece. Absolutely. I love it. I love it. If you don't love it, you know, there we go. It's my friend. He's a guy who I met at the Buka event. Lovely guy. Great guy. Look at this. Look at how's that for a fucking shot? Look at this as a shot. Isn't this just killer? So what do we got here? We've got a perpetual calendar chronograph. Well-timed chronograph, and that's a 5811. That's the new 5811. Just fucking incredible. And then OC came over. He wanted to have his watch in there. Yeah, that's a beautiful shot. Absolutely. Look at that. Just amazing watches. Where's this at? This is the paddock event. This is the lady who does the painting, the painting on the paddocks. It's a Cullinan Rolls fucking Royce SUV. Amazing stuff. Breguet. I love it. Look, I do. Yes, I am defensive of the Breguet. I fucking love the brand. Would I buy it new? No, I wouldn't. But as a used buy, they fucking got gorgeous stuff. OC, and that's the guy who's the Beamer guy, Sean. That's a lot of fun. Sean's a lot of fun. That's OC's very early quartz. Look at that. Beautiful piece. Some great photos. Look at this. Even Raphael, yeah, I gotta hand it to the guy. We had a massive blue. I called him a cunt. We fucking swearing at each other. And then we fucking make up and we're friends. What a fucking good guy. Yeah, that's the way. Don't hold a grudge forever. Life's too short to hold fucking grudges. Very fucking cool. A lot of fun. There's Waco. He was cool as fuck. Cool as fuck, Waco. It's Roman Sheriff. He's really cool. I loved him. Absolutely loved meeting Roman Sheriff. He's just an attractive girl who wanted a photo with me. Fuck, you can't turn that one down. These guys here, these were a nice couple from England. And they'd come over, had a great chat. He was a huge Omega Speedmaster. He's got a 321. Huge watch lovers. They were a really cool couple, actually. Really nice couple. We got a super chat here. Rich Mitch, £2. Do you think Rolex will 5 hertz in other models? Mr. Goldberg, how I am so pleased to see you.
Mr. Chesterfield, I have a question. I've got a question, Mr. Chesterfield.
Yes.
Are your balls sore? Did you have a good time?
Hey, I am having, I don't think that guy's real, actually, that Bob.
Yeah, I don't know who Bob is. Can't tell. Bob, hold up 2 fingers if you're real, because I'm looking at you, Bob. Are you real? Are you here to cause trouble?
Real.
Don't make trouble.
I didn't know that Mark jumped on. I was feeling sorry for Archie. That's why I hit the link there.
Well, aren't you a nice guy? Let's
Thank
have a
you
closer
so
look at
much,
you, Bob.
Bob.
Bob, are you
Well, where
homeless
are
in
you?
Canton?
What the fuck is this? This is like a war zone. What
Is
do
a
you do
homeless
there?
encampment?
Oh, this is
Homeless
part of my
encampment.
compound.
You live in a homeless encampment. Tell us more.
Yeah. I
Tell
got
us.
a pit of alligators over here, and I got a
Nice.
well dug in the back where I could hide people.
So this is basically like you're a sanctuary city.
Yeah.
Did you watch
There's no
Breaking
laws.
Bad? Did you watch Breaking Bad?
I watched one of those seasons. I had it on a DVD, and then I'd never seen the whole thing though.
You need to watch the whole thing because there was a guy who ran a vacuum cleaner shop, but what he did was he disappeared people for like $100,000. He'd give you a whole new identity. You look like that guy.
Oh, that sounds like a good job. I thought you were gonna say he like dissolved people in barrels,
How many
disappearing
vacuum
them.
cleaners do I need to buy to?
It's better to give them new
do
IDs. That's a lot. I think $100,000. I'll do it for less than that.
But you got to get passports and dissolve a couple bodies in barrels, in the back and that kind of
stuff. Hey, Archie, you know Hong Kong. I wanted you to corroborate one of my stories I've been telling people. Because I know you're a fan of fine dining. Is it true that if you go to McDonald's Hong Kong, they have the plastic seats and everything, but we go in there, there's a guy in a tuxedo, a Chinese dude, and he's the maitre d'. And he takes your name and...
No. When were you last in Hong Kong?
Oh, it was like 2001.
Oh, the good old days.
Yeah, right after
No, that's...
They don't have the
gone. No, even Geneva does it. You know what? They've all got, I got to tell you, better than a maitre d' is they've got computerized
touch boards.
Yeah, that's such a good idea because you can say pickles, no pickles. You don't have to speak.
Oh, no. I hate
well.
I refuse. Ask for a person.
I've got so many questions about this. Like, for example, did you go to McDonald's before you ate at FP Journe in Geneva?
Actually, I will tell you something. This is true. No, I did not. But
KFC, Pizza Hut, Taco Bell.
With FP Journe, the dishes, it's that luxury cuisine, big plate.
Yeah.
But because it's so long between dishes, it took so long, you actually don't feel hungry.
Wait, was it one of the, because your stomach shrinks between, was it one of those places where they give you a big plate and then they smear like a drop of sauce across the plate to make it look like there's a lot of food there, but there's not? There's like one caviar egg.
Yeah, that was the place.
I hate
that. That's exactly it.
Eat little bites one at a time. You never get full. That's why they make cookies so small.
I hate that. Okay, Rich Mitch says that you did not answer his super chat. Rich Mitch, give me a second. I'm gonna find it. We're gonna get there.
Yeah. So what he's talking about is he's talking about the new land dweller, because the land dweller, I don't know if you know this, but I believe that's actually using a 5 hertz. So the hertz is the beats.
The beat rate.
The beats. And what they've done is, what they've actually done is they've equipped it with a different beat rate. Now the thing is this, I got to tell you this. Clive should have kept those rare birds. He would be the man of the moment. You know what I mean? If
you know why he sold
the rare birds.
But you know why he sold them.
You know that, don't you?
I do, but you know why he sold them, right?
Why is that?
Them. Because you liked them. He says that's why he sold them, because you like them.
Archie liked them?
there's a monochrome article here. So
Clyde's
this
a
is
problem.
talking about the. Okay.
The platinum is so expensive. The gold is insanely expensive. The steel is going to be in such demand, but it's still kind of pricey. It's
So
more
that's
than a
actually
date.
the original quartz. That's the one. OC has this watch. OC has that watch.
It's very cool. Very cool.
But let me tell you a side story. Do you want to hear a story?
Yeah, of course we do.
I got some really juicy goss. Do you want to hear some goss?
Ooh, who's it about?
Hit us with it.
I don't know if I should tell you because I was sworn to secrecy.
Well, hold on a second.
I don't really want to say it.
Let me just get into the settings. I'm going to mute you so that you'll only be audible to me and Bob. Okay, hold on. I got to push the right set of buttons to make it happen. Okay. Guys in the audience, stand by. Archie is muted. You won't hear him. You'll only hear me. Go ahead, Archie. Just tell me and Bob.
Yeah.
Mike.
Okay. Okay. So actually, let me just answer Rich Mitch's. Let me answer Rich Mitch first. So the new land dweller that features.
Wait, you're muted. You're muted.
It
Hold
features.
on. He's on. Now he's unmuted. Okay, go ahead. Now they can hear you. Go ahead.
The new land dweller, Rolex's new escapement, the Dynapulse. Okay, so this here, based on the movement found in the 1908, Rolex here brings the new caliber 7135 with its complex architecture and a 5 hertz frequency. 5 hertz. So there you go. That's now the question is, do you think they'll put it in other models? I got to be honest, totally honest with you. Normally they do flow things through, but I'm not sure. To be honest with you, 5 hertz, that's a high beat type movement. Like you look at the Zenith El Primero. You know what? Other companies have done it for ages. It's nothing that spectacular. There's pros and cons, okay? If you run it at a higher bit frequency, it's supposed to be more accurate. The downside is it also has more wear and tear.
It's got the internal components, though. It's supposed to have minimal wear now.
Well, that's true, but it also has less power reserve. That was the compromise, but it is a unique
power reserve's pretty high with the 5 hertz movement already.
I think they will use it for certain models, but for things like I don't know if they'll put this into the Submariner personally.
No, I don't think so.
Does 5 hertz mean that the ticks will be at each
faster?
Yeah, 36.
No, I'd say no. I'm going to say no. Now,
okay.
Let's get back to some real gossip. You want to hear
Mark,
some gossip?
Yes,
I missed you, my brother. Where were you?
Well, let Archie tell a story. Go ahead, Archie.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. Excuse me, Archie. Go ahead.
So I got 2 bits of gossip. Number 1 piece of gossip is that when I was on tour with OC, okay, when I was on tour with him, he told me that he took his gold Rolex with him. Okay, this is the quartz. It's a very, very early quartz, which is it's become flavor of them. It's also very how would I put it? It's also what the design for the land dweller is. I'm just bringing it up on the
Did he show it to Rolex?
Now.
Did he go to the Rolex booth?
And he told me it stopped fucking working. It stopped working.
Oh no.
It stopped working. So that's an absolute bitch to fix. That's actually OC's watch. It stopped working, and I said you're better off taking it to a vintage specialist. So not only is this a vintage Rolex, but it's a vintage quartz, and it stopped functioning properly. And that's hopefully he can get it fixed, because that's the downfall of these watches, is that you can't just slop a new quartz movement in it is actually, it's actually a real bitch to do. So hopefully, now the other bit of gossip I've got. Oh fuck. Okay, I'm going to tell you. Okay, do you want me to tell it to you or not?
Oh, inquiring minds need to
Our
know.
good friend
Right,
JJ. And here we go. Here's the gossip. You know, our good friend JJ. He had an FP Jean. He got an offering, right? And he actually sold it to a guy and said, "Look, please
don't
let it be known that I've sold it." Okay. Anyhow, this guy's gone into FP Jean.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
And look at my Jean. Look at my Jean.
And they're like, "Who are you?"
And
Yeah,
let
where'd
us
you
have
get
a look.
that? By the way, where'd you get that from? Oh, I got it from
They
JJ.
noted the serial. No, they noted the serial number. They traced it back to JJ, and he's been blacklisted from Jean. They will never sell him another Jean at retail again. Now,
It's like buying a
does
Ferrari.
it really matter?
Yeah.
I don't know, but apparently that's what happened to JJ. He's been blacklisted for reselling the Jean. Does that make sense?
But the guys are vicious about OC. Most of them hate him and don't want his watch to ever work again. Why is that? Why is he so unpopular?
I've seen him. He took it into a guy to have look at it when he was in Geneva. I think he might have got it fixed.
Well, it's a very special vintage watch, but
yeah, he took it to this guy. He had 2 of them in the shop already.
yeah. So that's the gossip there, JJ. That's the gossip I was told, but I was told to keep it quiet.
I heard that, right?
Sorry?
Mark pushed that button so that nobody heard you say that, right?
Nobody knows anything what we're talking about. Not at all. Archie, I detect. I see that you're in Shenzhen and you haven't fully unpacked. The bed looks like it's got a lot of.
No, I'm leaving on Tuesday morning. I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm leaving Tuesday.
Having a good time?
Yeah, no. I tell you one thing, Marky. You know when you go on tour, you come back completely broke.
Yes, but you're in Shenzhen. You're a kept man. Do you have to ask for a few, RMB?
I got to tell you, Geneva was fucking expensive.
You don't have a credit card that gets billed to Shenzhen?
No.
You should
a little bit broke. You go on tour, you come back and think, fuck, I really spent a bit too,
Brocus.
But it's okay. Look, you only live once.
What was the best part? What did you see that made you the wowzeriest?
You know what, Mark? I got to tell you, if you go to Geneva, you've got to really, you get invited to the VIP events. They're really cool. Right. Okay. So Kelso, he's flirting with all the ladies who work in the store. We got invites. That's how we did it.
Worked.
Yeah, but he's very handsome. That guy is a handsome fucker. You know what I mean?
Handsome devil, and he has a way with words. Our Kelso does, or our Keslo.
He does. Very, very. I'm just grumpy. I'm middle-aged and grumpy. You know what I mean?
Oh,
you know what I'm really jealous of with Bob is that fucking tent. That tent looks amazing. Don't you just?
Encampment. By the way,
you can fit an SUV under here.
Nice.
This looks so comfortable and it's clean. I don't see roaches or rodents. Look at that. It's so clean there.
Archie, compared to your office,
a little dog takes care of the rodents. There's stuff back here, though. This place
Archie sets a very low bar for clean.
It looks amazing.
Okay. Now, who had the best booth?
You know what? Who had the longest queue?
Well, all right. Who did?
I reckon probably, I went, look, I'll be honest with you. Pam had an interesting booth. probably JLC. They had a caviar and cafe bar.
Wow.
I had to give them pointers, but they got really angry at me.
Did you get thrown out of yet another stand?
I said to them, nobody understands that it's not expensive. And the Swiss, they're so intimidating. You know what I mean? Like, you don't ask the price because it's hard to explain this to you, but you don't, like in America, you're not scared to ask the price on anything, are you, Mark?
No, that's what we do.
I want to ask the price.
Yo,
if it's
how much?
Free, I won't do it. If it's affordable, I'll consider it. You know what I'm saying? But you're never scared to ask the price, are you?
Well, you know,
Never.
I don't like those. I really don't like restaurants where you look at the menu and it says market price. Like, I don't want that on my watches. I want a price tag, please. Give me a starting point. And then we haggle like a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And they say price on request, but then they get mad when you request what the price is.
See, but the thing is, in Geneva, it's just so. If you've got to ask the price, you can't afford it, and they treat you like that. So no one asks because they assume it's. They're very arrogant. They don't do customer service well. Okay.
Fearless leader Trump is going to cut them down to size with a little bit of a tariff, a little tariffski for their trouble. That put them into a bit of a tizzy, but he's given them 90 days to think about it. Put him in a corner and gave him 90 days to think about it.
Okay.
Exactly.
Now, when you go to the fish and chips place that has the blueberry pie, do they post the prices, or do you have to ask how much it costs?
The prices get posted. You know, they're in a clear plexiglass case, and the prices are posted right underneath them all.
See, that's the way it should be.
And on the wall is their menu with all their prices for all their food.
That's how it should be right there in Geneva.
They also hand you a paper menu, and yeah.
Well, I approve. That's the way. I mean, of course, you want to know how much this stuff costs.
I still want to take you to Betty's Fish and Chips.
Oh, I'm coming. I'm gonna visit you for sure.
Oh, dude, I would love it. My house is embarrassing because the carpet has just been so destroyed by dogs over
you know what, Mike?
over 30 years.
Trust me, this is why I live in a house with no carpet, because I know what happens. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm saying. Don't worry. You don't worry.
Well, on top of that, I'm kind of a slob, so I'm kind of embarrassed. I'm kind of embarrassed about the house the way it is.
I would be a slob too, except for I have Satan's kitten here, who is a freak about making the bed, and we have a cleaning lady.
Yeah, you're lucky. You're lucky to have Satan's kitten.
Well, that's true. He's a little messy though. He's messy, and he's very anal about keeping the bed with hospital corners, and then the rest of the house is like. Like, for example, I'm still looking at Christmas mistletoe and Christmas. Look, can you see all the Christmas decorations are still
up.
Anyway. Okay.
A couple more months, you won't have to take them down.
He's not doing it till Easter. Archie, I want to hear more about watches and wankers. Tell us more stories.
Yeah.
Archie, did you have a partner when you were there? Did you have a sidekick?
No.
So you did the whole thing.
I had Tesla. Tesla was my sidekick.
Okay, very cool. Very cool. I just didn't know whether you went there and did the whole thing solo and just kind of showed up to the events, or if there was somebody that you kind of did everything with.
Came with a lot of events. I also had that Raphael Young guy. He invited me to a few VIP events.
Nice.
You know, one thing I like about Mark Goldberg, I want to tell you this. I buried the hatchet with him. I thought he was a dick. He rang me and just said, "Hey, do you want to go here?" And I said, "Yes, let's go." You know, I thought that was so cool.
Wait, who was this?
That's the guy, Raphael Young, who I couldn't stand.
I see. Buried the hatchet. You know, you fight with all your friends, Archie. You fight with everybody. You never had a friend you didn't fight with.
Yeah. But I thought it was
you make up. We had a good fight, you and me.
You have to make up. You know what I mean? I kind of enjoy. Look, so one of the best moments there. Look, I went with Keslow to the paddock museum. That was very dry. Can I say that? Like, if you're not a paddock person,
Wait, but you are.
I don't know if you liked it.
But you are a paddock person, and so is he.
It was still very dry. Like, what they should have done is, okay, let's face it.
Oh, you have suggestions.
Oh, you the Swiss don't like suggestions.
Neither
what
do
they
you,
should
though.
do is,
You don't like suggestions. I tell you all the time, hey, you know what we ought to do? And you're like, yeah. Thanks.
look, all the hype collectors, they want to see the first Aquanaut, the first Nautilus.
Of course.
They don't want to see Madame Antoinette's fan from 1774.
Oh, I don't know. That's cool too.
But they want to see the first Nautilus, the first Aquanaut, this one, da. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. But yeah, they should.
They want to see Paul McCartney's Aquanaut. They want to see famous Aquanauts. You know what I mean?
I do.
They could really spice that museum up. If they, I could help them spice it up.
Did they have a suggestion box, Archie? Like, did you write up a plan for them?
He filled the suggestion box up.
You know, they don't take kindly to suggestions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do know, because one time I wrote you a long WhatsApp with a detailed business plan to increase super chats, and I got back one word answer, and it was thanks. I know you didn't even read it. You just saw the first sentence. I have a suggestion. You saw the word suggestion, and you were done.
Yeah, it's just difficult. You know that?
Oh, it is when you don't follow suggestions. So what do you do there? Is this a junkyard? Do you store things there? What all is going on out through those gates? What state?
The front of the house is that way.
Oh dear God, it's a house.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a sliding glass door over here that goes into like a little man cave area.
Where in the world are you? Where are you?
I'm in the Bay Area, California.
Okay, so you're in NorCal-ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
East Bay.
Wow, you got some land there. You got no wonder you got a compound. You've been there a long time?
No, just about 5 or 6 years. I moved out of my house in San Francisco and moved over here to some friends.
Okay, so here's what happened. You took a house you'd had for a while. You had $1.5 million worth of equity in it, and then you moved out to where the meth is made, and you bought a compound. I mean, more or less, right?
Like 7 years ago.
Am I close?
Yeah.
Okay. Very few people know California is this strip of extreme wealth that hugs the coastline, and then this big swath of meth that runs and it's interrupted in the middle by wine country. But other than that, it's pretty accurate.
Yeah, Trump has ruined the economy. Do you know how much crack costs now, Mark? It's ridiculous.
No, why? They got to import it? It's harder to get it?
I don't know. I don't smoke crack.
Listen, we need domestic supply. We can make a meth lab just as good as the Mexicans can. We're all about American jobs. So are you retired, sir? Are you retired? What do you do?
I retired about 15 years ago, but I think I retired too early. I shouldn't have lived this long.
I see. Well, you're a young man. How old a man are you? You don't look like you're in your 50s, you look.
Yeah, I'm older than Archie.
Well, that's not saying much. Most things are, he's a youngster. But how old a man are you? You 60 even? You don't look 60.
I don't know, look 55.
Yeah, so you're miles away. So, all right, now we're curious. How'd you find Archie, and what's your interest in watches?
Oh, I think I maybe have seen an Archie video or something before, but I wasn't like watching his channel all the time. But I started watching the One-Eyed Ukrainian Grifter show. Kept seeing all these people in the chat that were like,
was that a Serbian grifter?
And I found out like where they were at when they weren't over there. And I was just interested into exploring the rest of the verse. So I came in like the side door.
And have you got a watch, a two? What do you like?
A few watches.
What do you have? Tell us.
Mostly Seikos. Got a nice G-Shock. This is my newest watch. It's a cheap one.
What is it? Wait, hold on.
GMT Seiko.
Seiko 5. That's a Seiko 5 GMT.
I got another diver and a vintage.
What's your very best watch?
It's a Marine Masters 300 SLA 021.
That's a nice watch. You're a psychopath. I understand that.
I'm a psychopath. People don't know why I would spend that much money on a Seiko when I could have got a Tudor instead.
I love Seiko. And there's a number of Grand Seikos that I like. I'm kind of tickled by their high beat movement.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not so much their spring drive, but yeah, I think owning a high beat, it's kind of like I don't know. It's like my watch is a little different, you know. It's a little more special.
It's like watch nerd watch. Only the watch nerds are gonna think it's cool. The other people look at it and be like, "Oh, it's just a Seiko."
There's a certain frequency that will make your secondhand tick at exactly on the ticks. So it's like it'll go, you know, between 4 and 5. There's 5 ticks, right? And our Rolexes and everything, you know, don't like tick on each tick mark.
Well, because they're 8 beats a second.
Yeah, exactly. So there are other watches, they slow them down or whatever, so they actually just tick on the actual ticks, the actual second tick mark. You know.
Here, watch this one, Mike. You ready? Watch this one.
Oh, well, that's fucking. I'm not talking about quartz, man. But I know I suspect it's a slower movement, and you know they've slowed it down so that the second hand only makes it 5, you know, or 60 ticks per rotation. Just, you know, or no, 6. What would it be? 5 times 6 would be 300 ticks, right?
Oh my god,
300 ticks all the way around would mean that at every, you know, fifth, every 5 little tick marks between the numbers, it lands directly on that little mark, you know. But you know, faster ticking arms seem to be more sweeping. Yeah, of course.
The faster, the higher the hertz rate, the higher the beat rate. The higher the beat rate, the smoother the tick, the more accurate theoretically the movement, but then it can also involve more wear and tear. The interesting thing about this new Rolex is the service intervals. They've made everything out of silicon, so it's theoretically not going to wear.
More than just the hairspring is silicon?
Yeah.
The whole escapement is silicon now.
Right.
Holy shit!
And it doesn't even work with I don't know how to explain it. I'm not a movement guy, but it doesn't use the normal.
Wow, I gotta do my research, man. That blows my mind.
Got about 30 patents on there. Anyway, it's cool.
I think the thermal expansion of metal, it wouldn't work, so they had to make this out of silicon. So
yeah, no, that was what I was just thinking, is why they would switch to a material like that, because you know, accuracy and thermal, you know, there's less difference between thermal. It's like running nitrogen in your tires, right?
Or through your manifold, which is
put the green caps on and pretend.
You run nitrogen in your tires, it's not affected by heat. So, like, between your tire cold and your tire hot, the pressure won't increase when the tire gets hot. But
does that stuff, is it actually worth using nitrogen in your tires instead of normal air? Does it really make much difference?
Well, if your tires don't leak and they hold their air, then yes, your tires won't vary between heat ranges at all. Your pressure won't increase when your tire gets hot and beaten down by the sun, like, you know, on one side. You know, your tire pressures with air in them can vary by like 5 or 6 pounds or more. Like my race car, I used to go out on track at like 17 pounds.
I'm going to turn this camera around.
I'd come off at 25 pounds.
Fuck.
Just to give you an idea. It's just because
Yeah,
air. I was
turn it
using.
around.
I was turning. I was using air, and when the tires get hot, the pressures get up, and
Now, Archie, who'd you
So-
share a room with? I know you shared a room. You're too cheap to get your own room at Watches and Wankers. Who'd you share with?
Oh no. Actually, I had my own room. No.
You.
After the green room incident, I no longer share room. No, definitely not.
That's a good policy.
Definitely.
So, listen. Oh, I was going to let you make that call.
Hey,
so
speaking
you
of, we've got Herman Rance is on. Hey, Herman, how are you?
Hey, Paul, how are you?
Hey, I'm
Good.
great. What's I've come around to show part. If you had your LUC still, it'd be pretty cool,
Yeah, it was a nice watch. I mean, they make some nice watches that are on the level of Calatravas, and they're cheaper.
Would you get it back, or how do you feel about it?
No, that's too much watch for me. I can't afford it. That's for rich people.
Okay. It's too much watch.
Didn't they released some new models, didn't they?
Yeah.
And they make a really
don't like
nice. No, I like
Did you
them.
when you sold your LUC?
I'm sorry. Did I what?
Did you lose much money?
Not much. No. I got close to breaking even. I think I lost $500 or something. But what the hell? I was taking my parents on a cruise.
Why don't you just put it on a credit card, Herman?
Well,
Did you
'cause
really need the money badly?
yeah, my parents aren't getting younger, and I decided I'd rather go with them on a cruise than have
I think that's very sweet. Did you eat all your meals together?
Yes, we did. Yeah, it was
That's
fun.
a nice thing.
You know what? I'll tell you a story on the
Thanks,
cruise
Mark.
there, Mark. What happened was they decided this was a very expensive cruise. They decided to save money. They would bring tin food and beans in their suitcases.
The cruise
and sink them
includes food.
instead of actually paying for the meals. And it was only on the last night when they decided to treat themselves, they discovered it was inclusive.
Well, that's really sad. That's why you should always put whiskey in your Listerine bottle instead of Listerine.
That's a good idea. Yeah, they don't let you bring booze on the ship. You got to buy it.
But they let you bring Listerine.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
So, actually, to be frank, the way you do this, Herman, is you use vodka and a little bit of green food coloring.
Yeah, I'm going to do that next time I go.
That's what you
on
do.
one of them cruises.
But
That stuff.
you know what? I did that once, but let me tell you something. The joke was on me. I never did it again. And the joke was on me because I didn't wash and soak the bottle well enough. And so all of my vodka tasted exactly like Listerine. So you have to be very careful about, cleaning your bottle and making sure you get the smell out of it. That's the thing.
Archie, have you ever been on a cruise?
No, I have not done that.
I just got back. I love a cruise. I just got back.
Where did you go?
Caribbean. We went to Cozumel and some private island and Roatan, which is Honduras.
Which
a couple
cruise
places in Mexico.
Which cruise line did you take?
It's the worst one I ever took. I usually have cruised before on Princess, but this one was Norwegian Cruise Line, and it was kind of mediocre, I thought. But we had fun anyway. We had a drink package. We were drunk a lot.
Yeah.
Man, I didn't drink for when I came back from that. You notice no Negroni in this hand because I had so many of them on that ship that week that cured me.
Yeah, it's a perfect place to get soused every night. It's perfect. You don't have to drive
20 hours a day. The bars are open about 18 hours a day. So they'll pick me up in the morning and then off we go to the races. And I like food a lot. So there were a million different little dining venues and food available. Well, there was pub food 24 hours a day. So it was yeah.
I think Archie would love the food on a
Oh,
cruise.
of course he would. Oh my God. They
But
would
that's not healthy. I got to be honest. I'm trying to move away from. I have
gouging.
too much free good food given to me. You know what I mean?
No gouging.
Yeah, it's sort of it's not good for you, is it? You see, eating food like that when you used to plow a field all day was okay. You can eat so much
Oh,
calories
the
and
only thing
carbs.
that you plow. We know what you plow.
Look, I'm looking forward to coming back. I must say that it is good to come back, but this would probably be the last trip. I don't think I'll do Geneva again because it was beautiful. I'd love to go there again, but it is expensive. It's expensive.
Super chat.
It's not
Super
chat. Cameron, £2. Mike, what's the story behind that trophy? What's the story behind that trophy behind you?
It's a trophy for being California champion racing big quarter scale radio controlled cars.
Oh, okay. Those things are fast.
Yeah, they're big and fast and run on gasoline. You know, you got a premix like your weed eater, and they're a lot of fun.
Two stroke.
They're a lot of fun. Well, even the nitro motors, the like model engines that really high pitch, those are all 2 strokes as well.
Hey Mike, did you have a grasshopper back in the day? You remember those cars?
Yeah, I did actually. I did.
Those were fun.
Yeah, totally, man. And back then, I got into racing the flat pan cars, they called them, the road race cars that just had a body, but the whole car was just a flat piece of fiberglass, the frame, and it just had little A arms and little itty bitty springs, and then a body on top with batteries. And back then it was red NiCads, and sometimes they were 5-minute long races, and sometimes they dump like 6 feet from the end of the finish line. You'd be in the lead in your car to go ear and stop. It was way back. They were rechargeable batteries, but yeah, they didn't.
Took like 30 minutes to charge and 4 minutes to drain it dead.
Yeah. And for racing cars, you had to get the red ones, the high discharge ones, and we used to pull them hot off the charger, man, too hot to hold. Get them in the car and get out there like right before the race started, so the battery would last.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Uzi, long
I'm
time.
headed to Walmart right now. Want to buy some steak?
Walmart steak?
Yeah, Walmart steak. You
Who
heard
buys
it.
steak at Walmart?
Hey man, they'll cook
Wrong with
that for
Walmart
you,
steak.
man.
Now, is that at a separate Walmart store? Like in my town, we have a Walmart like mart, like it's different than Walmart. The variety everything store, and it's got vegetables, it's got meat.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some. What am I getting?
Gonna buy some
Some
cheap
chocolate too. Some chocolate.
It's like a Walmart grocery store, basically.
Why don't you just cook it on the manifold of your tow truck?
Hook the steak on the manifold. I'm like, that wouldn't work. That wouldn't work at all.
All right then.
I used to cook baked potatoes.
On your manifold.
Either thrown on top of the manifold, and when I was riding motorcycles, the Honda had a big gaping opening in the head, and you pull the cover off, and you could stuff a small potato wrapped in foil in there. You were riding all day. At the end of the day, you had a hot potato.
So you did that?
Yeah.
Oh my god! You want me to believe you? You actually expect me to believe you?
Yeah. Sure.
No, I don't.
I believe Mike ate motorcycle potatoes.
Oh yeah.
No.
I used to eat die-cast sandwiches, which basically I worked in a factory. Well, the factory my grandfather ran and owned, and the die-cast machines, they molten metal, so they got freaking hot, obviously. And all the guys would wrap their hoagies in tinfoil and then just set them on the machine and just turn them around every couple minutes, and then it was all like toasted and burned. You definitely could have cooked a steak on one of those machines. Big fan, Cameron. Love your channel. Thank you, sir. We've lost Archie for the time being, but thank you for that, Cameron. I noticed that Big Al asked me what watches I took on that cruise a while ago, and I'll tell you, I brought my gold sub just in case I needed to, move the crowd apart, when boarding. I took, what the fuck? I think I took the root beer. No, I took the gold sub, the Hulk, and and a Breitling.
I got a personal question, Mark. So when you were on this cruise and you're with your boyfriend,
No, I was actually with my work wife because my boyfriend doesn't like cruises or ocean or booze. Yeah, he gets seasick. So I went with my buddy.
Oh, so the whole story. I was gonna say, were you trying like real hard not to look at those those man asses when you're with your boy? Because that's awkward. You don't want to like upset him. You know what I'm saying?
He and I, we point him out to one another. Look, there's one for you.
That's freaky. That's freaky. I didn't know that. That's how you guys did that. That would,
I
I
don't know about guys in general. I just know about us.
That's why I asked the question.
Yeah, I give him a hall pass for Captain America, and he gives me a hall pass for Justin Bieber.
And he doesn't get jealous.
No.
Huh.
No, we're pretty comfortable and confident.
We got a super chat. Cam ran £2. Goldberg, big fan. Love you, man. Love your channel.
Big fan.
You know what I'm really jealous of is Bob's fucking tent. I want to do that. Look at that.
It's a compound. Oops.
I love it, man. Mike, you could do that, you know?
I go to Bob.
Yeah.
Look at that tent he's got there.
It used to have, it was built like a bungalow with things going above here, and there were chicken coops and shit.
You need a hammock. Can you put a hammock up?
Yeah, I could. Some hammocks in the truck, though.
So you live there with friends?
Yeah.
It's like a bachelor pad, dude. It's like a party house. It's like a fucking
hippie commune.
Oh my god.
Do you guys grow weed?
A couple years ago, we had a few plants out here. My uncle, like a mile down the road, he grows like 60, 70 plants in his backyard every year.
Nice.
It's too easy. There's like a shop down the street, like half a mile. It's too easy to go buy it.
It's really you can buy it cheap. You don't really need to grow it. I mean,
it's so cheap. It's
just not fun anymore that it's not legal, is it? It's just not fun anymore.
That's exactly legal. When it was illegal, it
ran every small time grower straight out of business, like instantaneously. Like prices went from $3,000 to $600 for your killer indoor pound, and it's like if you're an indoor grower, the numbers stop crunching like in a big way. Yeah, a lot of people just threw in the towel. There's nothing they could do. You had to work at a price point that was 10 times less than what your normal price point was. All of a sudden.
In the old days, you had to wait a few days to get a score. You couldn't just get it whenever you wanted, and that when you smoked it, you were like, "Oh man, you got really high." But now you just can smoke it constantly, and it's not the same. I mean, you don't
fucked up your tolerance.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, the THC contents are through the charts now. We got ditchweed when I was a kid. Now this stuff is like 35%.
Yeah, it's very, very strong.
Yeah. There's some strains that are really crazy high.
Very heavy.
I went, Mark. I went to a pot shop in Chicago. Yeah, I went to a pot shop in Chicago. It was kind of a pain in the butt. I have to
They didn't call me.
I should have.
Well, you just got to show a driver's license, I think.
Well, no, it's easier in Cali though. Cali, there's a whole process in Chicago, and I had to wait in line for 20 minutes. It's kind of yeah.
Well, you know why they take medical people first? So that if there was a lot of medical card holders, they make recreational wait. So that's probably what happened there. Doc, as soon as I saw you join, I realized we're getting down to the bitter end. What's going on here, Doc?
How's it going, gentlemen? I just wanted to join in the party a little late, and I saw Archie was talking about not carrying a grudge, and I thought, oh, I better come on because I have to defend Nark. I would never have thought that I'd be doing that, but I'm afraid I have to.
You know what? Me either, Archie. Bring Nark back.
He's not
He's
banned.
welcome.
He's not banned. He just got his keys taken away.
Yeah, but he got his wrench taken away.
Well, because he's very naughty. He fucks up the show.
Yeah, but I mean, okay,
Well,
maybe if you make an agreement with him that he like behaves,
here's
give him a
the
second.
making
Yes, you can.
Wait.
Yes, you can.
He's back.
When we were together on Eddie's stream, he was messing around a little too much about Higgy, and then it upset ER to the point that she came on and asked him to stop, and he agreed to stop, and he
For about 5 minutes he stopped.
He only stops for women.
No, he agreed to stop. He did stop until Higgy then came into the chat and left him a nasty comment, and he came back on the show. He'd already left the show, and Higgy left him a comment, so he came back and said the deal's off. He broke the treaty.
Nark is a hole, but let's get him back. I like him. Wait. Hold on. I could just be Nark. Actually, Doc, you impersonate a lot of voices. Can't you just be Nark?
I don't think I can do a decent Nark.
I could do it.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up!
Close. Get the accent better, and you got it.
He really doesn't say shut the fuck up terribly often.
He does to me.
Yes, Bear. I actually helped bring some drama. I was basically a straight man to Nark's to Nark's hysterical shtick, and honestly, I didn't know a lot of what he was talking about as well, so that made it interesting. He had to talk about Higgy and explain it all. Yeah. But it was a fun show. I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed hanging out with Nark. I have to say, I didn't imagine that was going to happen, but it did.
Well, my story is always the same. His delivery comes in guns blazing, and he's already got a target picked usually, and you hope you're not the target because he just unloads and. Other than that,
all day and missed the Nark. I thought it would be nice to have him gone, but it was just so quiet. I was like,
yeah, I know, and yeah, I think Archie should give him his keys back, and let's see if he can behave and again, Archie.
Well, remember, Archie, you're the one who said, but you said something about getting rid of these. Burying the hatchet, as it will, getting rid of these grudges and all that. That was you. You said that today.
Yeah, but there's a difference between burying the hatchet and rampant stupidity.
Well, I just wanted to come on to say it wasn't Nark's fault. He agreed to a treaty, a ceasefire. He agreed to all of that.
He was banned way before that.
And then he left the show. After that, he agreed, he left the show, he behaved himself for at least a half hour, and then Higgy came into the stream and dropped a comment that was directed directly at Nark, calling him a coward for making this agreement. No,
different to the wrench. He still has a wrench. Nark still has a wrench.
A wrench allows you a little bit of powers in chat. The
StreamYard access. He just doesn't have access to StreamYard back-end tools. So he really hasn't really been crippled at all. He goes on and says this. He wasn't even starting shows. This is the thing. He wasn't even doing
Super chat.
Independent shows.
Super chat about somebody like maybe me. Super chat.
Time to unwind. £2. Mark, you're a diamond. So respect you. Yes, Mark is a diamond. You betcha. If you were a car, Mark, I think you would be a Bentley, Marky.
I think. Why am I getting love tonight? I usually take the pipe on this show. What's happening?
Mark, I didn't know you were on a cruise, dude. I missed you so bad. You have no
that's
idea.
why I was gone a whole week.
Yeah, I was fucking. Where's my Mark?
You know what? I had internet. Theoretically, I could have done it, but I was drunk most of the time.
Yeah. Okay. So you get the I was drunk. Mulligan.
Yeah.
No worries.
Archie kept sending me the link, but you know, when you go on a cruise, like maybe every day they make you change the time because you're going into different time zones constantly. So like I could never track what the fuck time, where I was, what the time was.
Don't they charge crazy for the Wi-Fi on those cruises?
You know, this was not too bad. Yeah, it was worth it.
Okay, cool.
It was a couple $100 to have like streaming level Wi-Fi, and I took it. It was Starlink. Thank you, Elon Musk.
Which cruise line do you like the best from your experience?
Well, you know, I used to like Princess the best because it's pretty upscale, but I'm told that Celebrity is beating it these days for food and cuisine and stuff. So I'm very distracted right now because you can't see, but like directly I'm behind the camera, in front of the camera. Satan's kitten, you forgot your clothing.
Oh wow!
You just completely buck ass, 100%.
You're welcome.
Ready to go, right?
I'll be honest with you, it's a little distracting. You know, like chef's kiss.
Mark is
That's
living
so cool,
the life, man.
Did I ever tell you the story about
you're living
how
the
we
life?
met? Mikey, did I ever tell you about the day I met the kitten?
No.
So we exchanged pictures. You know, we met on a gay dating app, and so you know, there's pictures. And I thought, you know, he's attractive. And then he showed up.
Was it Mark? What gay dating app was it? Just asking for a friend.
It was a J date, which is a date for Jewish people to meet other religious Jews. No,
I didn't know this is
not really a Jewish.
Grinder. It was Grinder, and so we, you know, which is basically a hookup site. And so he showed up, and I thought he was so much better looking in person than even his pictures. He looked nice. He looked very nice, but in person, he's just like so much nicer looking that I was relieved when I met him. I was relieved and I was happy, and so I gave him a hug on the driveway. And he told me much later. He goes, "When you hugged me, I almost turned around and left." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Well, that's intimate." And I'm like, "We got
It is a little bit aggressive. It's a little aggressive for just meeting."
That's what he said, you know. But I was happy, and then apparently he was happy too because he, you know, pretty much never left. He never left. Next thing you know, I'm friends with his mother and all his aunts and his stepmother, and all of them threatened to kill me on a regular basis if I ever hurt him. I've been threatened by like 7 women in his family. Anyway, that's the deal. 7 years ago.
If it were a woman, great, man, she would have contacted her friends to find out should she leave or not.
Right? Now, you had that experience. You had a very strategic woman in your life, Doc, and you still have not recovered.
Well, I remember that when I was struggling in college, I guess, or school or whatever, I didn't get like the most fantastical Valentine's gift. And and then after we were married, she says, you know, I almost broke it off just because of that. And I'm thinking,
you cheap bastard.
Well, you know what? I mean, if you're doing well and you're not struggling, it's one thing. But if you're a student with a budget and you're struggling, and at the same time, you have no idea whether this other person actually even likes you or not, are you really going to spend several $100s on some fabulous Valentine's gift? But women, they don't see it that way.
Doc, they're selfish. They only see it from their perspective.
Right. That's what I was about to say. They only see it their way, which is, you know, how come you didn't spend $500 on me?
You wanted to dip a toe in. You wanted to get in there slow to make sure that this was a valid expenditure. In other words, you wanted to make sure that your Valentine's Day to sex ratio was going to be good.
I wanted return on investment.
ROI. There we go.
Exactly.
There we go. Good job. We lost Herman.
Uh-oh.
Bye-bye, Herman.
I gotta tell you, Doc, that's the whole thing. See, they're only thinking about themselves, Doc. That just shows you what was wrong with that relationship. It was all about her. It was never about you. You were just some dumb schmuck who
Thanks, Archie.
No.
Now I can have a nice evening, feeling good about myself. Yes,
Hey,
I figured that out
nothing
now.
personal. They feel the same way about everybody, Doc.
Oh yeah, well,
The
it's
tough
something.
crowd.
They say it's something about survival of the species where, they're supposed to then turn those resources over to making sure their children survive. It's only the modern world that they don't even care about kids. So then it means, okay, well, that's not going to promote the species then. So anyway, that's a whole nother matter.
Oh, I want to hear your views on modern procreation.
Well, it's interesting. Have you ever heard of Tim Pool?
I have not, but you're going to tell me. I have a feeling.
Yeah, he's a lot of people say he's like a milquetoast, on the fence kind of guy, but he's very popular with whatever the 40 and under crowd is called.
The
Is that
millennials, the exennials.
Okay, millennials, yeah. So, anyways, he posted something about how men are looking for traditional wives, but all the young women out there are communists. And I thought, wow, that's interesting, because that's sort of a concept of what they call the red pill community. And now it's kind of mainstream. Everybody understands, because, when women go to college, they become indoctrinated with the whole communist philosophy, and they're communists.
The philosophy you're referring to is what's mine is mine and what's yours is also mine. Is that right, Doc?
Yes. And also, with a large dose of feminism and all the other goodies that go with it, meaning that, I don't have to be responsible for how many guys I sleep with, and as long as I can have access to abortion and all that stuff.
I'm equal in all ways, except for when it comes to your net worth, in which case I am more than equal. There's a lot of guys just passing on marriage now.
Well, that's the problem. They're passing on marriage, and actually, it's interesting because in China they had, what is it, that for a while they had that one child policy or whatever.
Right.
That's a complete disaster. That's completely fucked up.
Well, because there was a shortage of girls, right? Because they would abort the baby girls.
They would abort the girls. And,
well, what's actually happened is, just out of interest there, the girls that have survived have become very, very hot commodities.
Well, actually, that's not what I hear when I've watched some of the channels over there.
Well, no, because they have an unrealistic expectation for themselves.
So now they're importing women from Russia. In fact, they're not importing the women from Russia. The women in Russia are going to China.
Well, we've done the same thing. Mail order brides. We've done that for years.
I heard they grew too many lab-grown diamonds in China for the engagement market, and they crashed the market on diamonds now.
Well, if everybody pre-selected in China for a boy, which a lot of them did when the one-child policy, that left no women for those boys to marry. But
well, the interesting thing is, in the United States, it's just a matter of promoting women enough to get them all going to college, and now they don't want to have kids, or they want to have kids when they can't. Like, they want to wait till they're 40 to have
barefoot
kids.
and pregnant, Doc, right? The good old days.
Mm-hmm.
And that's evil. You're talking evil right now.
See, Mark,
you're talking about my ex.
I love your underlining commentary there, Mark. I suddenly get the humor. Thank you, Mark. I get it. I get the cynicism. Thank you. Much appreciated.
Please stop pointing out to Doc that I'm mocking him a little bit. I know he knows, but he's trying to overlook it, and you're making it hard for him to overlook it now. That's the thing.
By the way, just speaking of which, is it true Michelle and Barack Obama are getting divorced?
That's the rumor.
Is it?
Well, because they're not showing up together at events anymore. Like, she didn't go to Jimmy Carter's funeral with him, and other things like that. It's a little unusual. Oh, and she started a podcast that's not successful, but on the podcast, She kind of dogged him a few times.
How was it not successful? She got 70,000 people on. What the fuck? What do you expect? What do you want? That's not bad, is it?
You think that their divorce has anything to do with the chef that was found floating in the pond?
Indirectly, I bet it did. Something happened, and Barry and the chef, maybe they had a little relationship, and then somebody else said, "Oh, this is dangerous. We need to get him out." Sort of like Marilyn Monroe, you know, he needs to go.
She knew too much. She knew too much.
Well, because Marilyn was with not only JFK but also RFK. I mean, come on.
And how about DiMaggio, inventor of the Mr. Coffee machine?
Yeah, but what kind of secrets does DiMaggio have where the three-letter agency is going to say this is dangerous? Oh, you think, oh, I see your angle is he had something to do with her getting, no, he loved her.
No, I'm saying he had something to do with JFK getting hit by the mob.
And RFK too, because they both were sleeping with his girl? Ooh.
Sirhan's still in jail.
That's another angle I never thought about.
Well, you know what? You are asleep at the switch, my friend. If there is a bizarre theory, I thought you had it buckled down already.
Well, I'm only on the reasonable theories, but that's an interesting theory, and I do like it because it's interesting.
Is the Earth flat?
See, this is what happens when people don't have it. This is what happens when people don't have an argument to counter my arguments about why we didn't go to the moon. And if they can't think of anything to counter my arguments about not going to the moon, they try to lump me in with flat Earth and other stuff. No, I'm just saying that's what. No, I'm just saying that's what a lot of the punters in the chat do. Is like, oh, okay.
Come on, I'm just curious. Like, I don't know where it ends. Where it ends. You don't want to answer the question. You don't have to answer it.
I end it with basic science, like, you know, there's a radiation belt around the Earth, and humans don't do well sitting in radiation. Ask all the guys at either Chernobyl or at Fukushima. They just don't do very well.
So the Earth is rotating on its axis. What about the wobble? The wobble really concerns me.
It's been doing it for a long time.
That's true, but it's not just like accurate on its axis. It's not just spinning like a globe. It's also got a wobble.
Yeah, no, yeah. The center line,
a giant weeble. Where weebles wobble.
Yeah, a weeble wobble.
Well, they claim that magnetic fields are changing, and that wobble is from that to some extent. And therefore, they also claim that the changing of the poles, the magnetic field, is probably what affects the climate more than anything else.
I think the changing of the poles did happen in the past, and what caused, like, the reason we find like animals just like flash frozen in the snow with fresh meat still on their bones, because you know, just it went whoosh, and everything was 20 below zero. You know.
On a slightly different topic, but you made me think about it when you were talking about fresh meat on the bones. You know, they took an extinct wolf.
I'm sorry, the dire wolf.
They brought it back to life.
They brought back the dire wolf. We have a super chat.
I can't wait till they do it with the woolly mammoth.
Super chat. Boris the Third PhD, $2. Make the snake glide, and he. She merged the Nark. The Nark's good name.
No, I've never besmirched his name.
He must be joking or doing something like that, because I heard Mike saying that you should be bringing Nark back.
Absolutely. 100%. We did get into it the other day. We got into it the other day really heavy.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, he made some really like fucking out of taste comments, and just kind of went there, and so it got me a little triggered. And but I mean, that, you know, I was when it was over, it was done. I was pretty much done with it too.
Well, you know why he did it, right?
And then the next morning, I hear, like, you know, you caused Nark to get banned. And I'm like, what the fuck what the fuck is this about? So I go on the show later, Archie's like, "Oh, I banned Nark because he bugs me too." And I'm like, "I never asked for to ban Nark. I never made a complaint. I never nothing. We had it out once, and that's it."
But
It ended there. Everything else has just been completely fabricated
you
by
know why
people.
he did that, though, right? Because despite what everybody thinks, I know the truth, and that is that Nark is a sensitive guy. And
Wait.
what? Wait. That's not Nark. Nark is yes, yes, yes.
Oh no, he's totally wait.
Nark is very sensitive. You guys hurt his feelings.
Well, and basically he was trying to get a reaction out of Mike the Snake, and you got to recognize Mike the Snake is a pretty calm natured guy. So you got to push to finally get that reaction out of him, and I think that's what happened.
It's all that indica.
Let's just say that Mike went behind the scenes to Archie and got Nark banned.
No, God no. Archie,
Bob, you're a troublemaker, Bob.
I never contacted Archie about this. I didn't call a fucking person
Nark
about
gave
this.
me the shits. Nark gave me the shits without Mike. Believe you me, he gave me
Nark
the shits.
gave you the shits, and you gave Nark the drum, and that's all she wrote. That's it.
Like I said, we got into it, and I did get angry, a little triggered. Words are said, but I don't think he should be banned for it. Bring him, give him a second chance, Arch.
Yeah, I think you
Let
should
him
give him
come
a
back.
10.
You know what? He
brings in
he's
money.
allowed on. He just
Super
doesn't
chat.
have access to
Super chat.
the tools. That's all. He doesn't need the tools. AD never calling $10. Why the fuck do I keep removing the Nark from the channel? I don't know, Arch. Only you can answer that. Why the fuck do I keep removing the Nark from the channel? AD never calling.
Yeah, you should give him a 10th chance, really. 10th chance.
Well, I mean, I don't want to be responsible for basically offhand in an offhand way, having him being banned is all.
And I feel the same way. I don't want to be responsible for having him banned, and the fact that I was there when he was getting people so angry that everybody was getting doxxed. I mean, that had nothing to do directly with the Nark. He just happened to instigate a lot of emotions, and the next thing you know, everybody was doxing everybody.
Oh man, I'm glad I ducked out before that. I think I did.
It was just like Lux and a few other people.
Oh no, I wasn't there when Lux was on.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a different show, or it was later on in the show.
Oh no, this was a late show of Eddie's. This was a Virology Dungeon late night show.
I think it was the Eddie show that I got pissed off on, and
oh sure, probably.
Yeah, but
yeah, because Nark would show up on Eddie's stream.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't watch. He was on in the normal Archie time. That's pretty much when I've kind of forever I've kind of set aside this time for Archie daily. And so while Archie was gone, there was Eddie. And so fucking jump on and hang with Eddie and whatever. And, he was a fine stand-in, and he's a cool guy. He's a quick learn, a real quick learn. I mean, he went from really not. Here's my guess. Like he's older guy living with Ma at home, not really doing much. Hey Ma, pass the potato chips, and fighting over the fucking TV controller, right? And then he landed on this channel, and he started talking to people that actually responded to him, and and he made it through the hazing process, of everybody kind of making fun of him when he didn't even know he was people were making fun of him, like what's happened to me like a million times, because I'm just like basically him in that respect. But and he really blossomed and became almost to the effect a runner of a show. I think he did a damn good job of it, and I give him props for that because I was really sketched about him at first. I don't want to run on and on, but
since when?
yeah. Long story
I'm
short,
sorry, Mike.
I'm done. Okay, I'm done.
You know,
I'm
Mike,
done.
when you finish a story, the rest of us on the panel go, "Fuck! Now we got to think of something to talk about."
I'm sorry. I'll work on it. Go fuck.
Thank you.
Okay,
No,
guys?
keep going.
I promise.
Archie's looking at his clock, thinking 10 more minutes of Mike, and we can be out of here.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
No, we love you, Mikey. We love you. It's all good, Mikey.
Oh,
Don't worry.
Mike knew that he was loved when everybody had to try to do an impression of Mike the Snake. That's when you know you've made it. Because that's the highest form of flattery, and everybody had to try it. Even Bear did a Serbian Mike, which was interesting.
Wow.
It was actually pretty good too.
Yes.
That's so funny. I'm just here at home in my bedroom / office, spending 3 hours a day hanging out with my friends, basically, and kind of interacting with the chat at times, and that's all I'm doing.
For a number of years now, work has been proceeding in order to bring perfection to the crudely conceived idea of transmission that would not only support inverse reactive current for using unilateral phase detractors, but would also be capable of automatically synchronizing cardinal grameters. Such an instrument is the turbo-encabulator.
Wait, what was the thing in the Back of the Future car? What was the name of that thing?
You get those encabulator, you get the polarity crossed on those things.
Now, basically, the only new
shit.
principle
wait
involved
a
is
minute.
that
I don't
instead
think
of
it
the
works
power
that
being
way.
involved generated by the relative motion of conductors and
The flux
fluxes,
capacitor. What about the
it's
flux?
produced by the module interaction of magneto-reluctance and capacitative directance.
Remember Marvin the Martian?
Yes.
I
What is
loved Marvin the
I do.
Martian. He used to
the
walk and his
cartoon.
legs.
The cartoon.
His legs used to go so fast when he walked, and he built that giant gun aimed at Earth. And I think it was Bugs Bunny somebody went up there and saved the world. But Marvin the Martian. He's one of the funniest Bugs Bunny characters.
The original
I have to
machine
say,
had
that
a
was an
base plate of
entertaining Mike the Snake.
pre-formulated amulite surrounded by a malleable logarithmic casing in such a way that the two swerving bearings were in a direct line with the parametric fan, and the latter consisted of simply 6 hydrocopic Marsal vanes so fitted to the ambient lunar wane shaft that side fumbling was effectively prevented.
That's what all car talk sounds like to me, by the way. Just so you know. Just sounds like you're manly men.
It had zero to do with anything cars.
Well, that's what it sounds like. Because,
is that like
I open the hood and I just see snakes. I'm gay. I'm Jewish.
But was that like an imitation of me?
The main winding
was
was
an
of the
imitation
normal
of you,
Lorenzo
Mike.
delta type placed in pandermic semi-bulioid slots
Yes,
of
Mike,
the
it's an imitation
slater.
of you.
Yes.
It's adorable you didn't know that, though.
Every 7th conductor being connected by a non-reversible tremie pipe to the differential girdle spring of the
See,
up
what
end
happens,
of the
Mike, is when you get
grameters.
into a topic that you're knowledgeable on, you get technical. That's what he's. That's
yeah. I'm getting the gist.
Every good
Thank you.
impression exaggerates the certain characteristics. So obviously he's exaggerating, and I think it's pretty good.
No, probably not. Like if I get onto a topic, that's pretty much how I get about it. So guilty.
extra guilty. You've been found extra guilty.
I'm glad you got that new race car of yours, Mike. I'm glad you got that.
Man.
Mike, you're a good sport, Mike. You're a good sport.
You know what? Today I went to the racetrack, Sears Point, and I took my little yellow banana to the track, drove all the way there, and they just swept me in. And guess what? It was the vintage race day.
Did you win a
And
trophy?
no, but I got to I just pulled instead of paying and going and getting, parking way up here and getting shuttled down. They just wished me in because they thought I was one of the race cars. So I pulled into
You mean
the
you got in
pits.
for free?
Yeah, and I
Wow.
fucking drove. They just wished me through, and so I just drove into the pits, and I found a nice spot, kind of like not where somebody wouldn't have a problem with it. And I parked the car, and it was actually in a really visible spot. Everybody saw it, and we're like, "Wow, that thing's crazy cool." I had a crowd around it at times, and I showed it off a lot because it's kind of special.
I have to admit, though, is that a term of endearment to call it the banana? It doesn't sound.
Oh, I know it's not its official. It's not its gonna official be a name, but it does look like a big yellow banana.
Well, we need something a little snazzier than that.
Yeah, I'm gonna come up with something.
Archie, I gotta jump off, but I'll come back and see you again sometime.
Okay, man. See you, Bob.
Bob,
Did you say you had to get a bong?
You come back, Bob.
No, but you inferred it.
Come back anytime. Bob's a cool guy. That guy.
Bob
that guy's
seems
cool.
like a pretty cool addition to the channel.
Yeah. He's. I don't know when he started or what day he was that he started jumping on, but
Today.
he
just
seems
now.
like
Today.
Oh, he's the first time he's been on?
He was a virgin.
Wow. Well, then I say I hope he comes back. He was very chill.
He was on the dungeon a couple of times.
Guy.
Oh, was okay. Then maybe that's where I've seen him before. Maybe. But in any case, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed him. He was cool. It was funny.
Hey, Mike, you're a good sport. I appreciate it. Thank you. I got to get out of here, but thanks, you guys. Talk to you guys later.
Later, Hermie.
See you, man.
Take it easy, Herman.
Herman is gentlemanly tonight. He was a rock star. Herman, you were a rock star tonight. Did you take your lithium, or how'd you do it?
So you just can't leave it alone, can you, Mark?
Well, he's usually crazy, but he was so good tonight.
Oh, I thought you meant that he was usually angry.
No, I'm just saying Herman's erratic. Sometimes Herman comes on here, and he's nuts and mean. And tonight he's brilliant, just brilliant.
Oh, yes. You're saying he's like being nice, like literally.
No, he was funny. He was topical. He was on target.
Oh,
good.
okay. Yeah. No, I like Herman.
Is that kind of like what they call a backhanded compliment?
What you reading there, Arch? You look busy.
Hey,
I know a little bit about those.
I'm just getting ready for the next show. I got to show the Alan Frischman show. You know that I've got a show coming right up. We've got the
Is
Marcus
that the guy?
Allen
Is that the guy
Frischman.
that kind of looks like you?
He's kind of a weirdo. Let's be honest. Does anybody watch that show?
Hey, he's eccentric as fuck. By the way, Marky, we can have the Goldberg show too. Don't be afraid if you want to do a one-on-one with me.
Whenever you want.
Ooh, one-on-one. Do you have to get permission for that first from
No, it's
from Satan's Kitten or anything?
I want Doc and I want Doc and Clyde with me though.
Now,
Mike, I just want the regular show.
Getting Clyde is going to be a challenge.
No, I just rub the mug. It's easy, Doc.
I got to tell you what, Mikey, you're a purist in the cars with that Caterman. That really is that's a beast.
Well,
a beast of a car.
The fact that it has a S2000 engine in it means that that's something you can easily maintain.
Yeah. It's bone stock. It's like just out of the car into that. So it's Honda reliable when I hit the button.
Wouldn't it have been like a crate engine? They just took a crate engine S2000 crate engine and put it in there, or did they have to get it out of an existing S2000?
I don't know how the engine originally was obtained. I know that the at one point recently within the last couple thousand miles that he was on track and he blew the head, blew all the valves, and so he had the whole entire.
Sexy.
He put the better year head on and had the valves and everything completely redone. So the valve train and everything is like fresh. And
I
the
never
bottom end.
realized how homosexual car talk really is.
Oh yeah,
What?
totally. Oh, one time I was helping this girl put a transmission in
Well,
under
you were
her
talking about
car.
blowing the head, and now it's fresh.
Oh, we were underneath her car that was jacked up, and we were trying to lift
It was
this
jacked up?
transmission, and she was
It
on
was
the
jacked up high, in fact.
she was on the lighter end, and I was on the heavier end, and if you'd listened
As it
to
should
us,
be.
it would have sounded like we were having like really rough sex.
As long as the car got fixed, that's the main thing.
Of course, it got fixed.
As long as the car got fixed, and you get to have fun in it, and it's a much lesser cost. So,
How did you fix the suspension in your car after that fateful trip to the airport, Doc, with the 300-pound woman?
Well, you know what happened is
There was
my
nothing
nephew
wrong with the
smashed
suspension.
the
It
car.
was just the seat. It was only the seat that was slow.
Well,
I know,
actually,
springs broke.
actually,
Guys, I gotta wrap this baby
he's
up because I've
correct.
got to actually run the next show. I gotta run the next show. Let's
We were
go and
about to
thank
get a
our
good-
sponsors
Well,
for
never
today.
mind, Doc.
JD, GD, Spring in
$100.
Fiat. $100.
My God.
$100.
Tap
Whoa.
1999. Alex Slayer, Dr. Bob's Nightmare, Rich Mitch, Camran, Time to Unwind, Boris the Third, PhD, and AD
Never
Calling.
farting. Yes.
Okay, guys, that is the show. I'm going to run an outro. I'm going to run Doc's favorite
Let's not run
outro.
Mrs. Lie outro. Let's run a different outro.
I'll run a different outro. Okay, guys, thanks for coming. I'll be back tomorrow. See you later, guys.
Do you mind if I stay for a while? All snuggle up in each other.